This was a triumph. I'm making a note here, huge success. It's hard to overstate my satisfaction. Aperture science. We do what we must because we can. For the good of all of us, except the ones who are dead. But there's no sense crying over every mistake. You just keep on trying till you run out of cake. And the science...
Well done, gentlemen, and ladies, I'm sure, for figuring out this is me. Not that I didn't make it completely obvious, but I just felt the need to congratulate the few people that did figure it out. First and foremost, in case you hadn't figured it out by now, I'm not in any sort of wheelchair. These are legs, right here. I did not tell David to do that, okay? That has nothing to do with me. But I suppose I need to own up for what has happened so far. Some of you have figured out this is pretty much all a big prank. Sort of. Yes, I have been laughing my ass off for about 34 hours since I closed my account, I think now. Yeah, around 34 hours it's been since I closed my account. I've been laughing my ass off pretty much the entire time. Mainly because everything happened just as I had planned, with the exception of two things, but I'll get to those in a second. Everything that has happened so far has been one big prank/social experiment. I wanted to see what would happen if I vanished for a while. To be fair, I've seen similar things happen on YouTube before, like when Big Al was suspended, for example, or when Helsing's old account was suspended. Then it was immediately figured out what had happened. Here, I wanted to not give any indication of what had occurred. I wanted to leave abruptly. Big Al responded immediately by explaining to people what happened. Helsing made it clear what had occurred very quickly. I did not want to do that. In fact, in addition, being suspended means YouTube booted you off, but being closed means I closed it willingly, so everyone was like, well, why did he do it? I basically did it because I can. Really. I did it because I wanted to see what would happen. I wanted to prove that I was correct in my analysis of the YouTube community, really. As far as intellect, as far as reactions go. What I figured out so far is that through my examining of people and laughing at people, about 2% of you were genuinely worried about what had occurred. Most of this group of people were people I knew well, more on a personal level. I talked to them, some of them were closer friends. So that was that group. Then we have 90% of you did exactly what I knew you were going to do, or what my hypothesis was. My hypothesis with that was that everyone would lose their ever-loving minds. That is exactly what 90% of you did. 90% of you did, excuse me. You started asking questions, you started going around panicking, oh my god, where is he, oh my god, what's wrong, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, we got it. Why? This was all to prove more of a point to the 90% of you that did that. I am a guy on the computer. That account was nothing more than a gateway to YouTube server where I can put my videos on and they would organize it. That account is nothing more than data, pixels on a screen, nothing else. That subscriber count was nothing but numbers. Numbers made up of pixels put there by coding. There was no meaning behind that. I mean, maybe some of you were a bit more, inspired by what I was saying. Maybe some of you really were entertained by my work. But there is no reason, I mean absolutely no reason you should ever freak out that someone disappears from the internet. That happens all the time. For a multitude of reasons. There's no reason to panic over that. Ever. Unless the person's life may be in danger. Or something like that. Some indication of that. But all that happened was my YouTube account was suddenly closed. It's okay to ask questions, it's okay to wonder why, but you guys freaked out. That's a problem. The same thing happened with Al, the same thing happened with Helsing. People freaked out. And by the way, the other 8% were the people that really didn't give a shit. About 8% of you saw what happened and you were like, eh, you just didn't care, which is good. That's the reaction I would hope for. But freaking out about something like this is beyond unnecessary. So my hypothesis was correct. Most of you all freaked out. Why? Why'd you do it? Because, well, let's get to the two anomalies for a second here. The first anomaly was David. What David did was unexpected. I did not think that was going to happen, nor did I want that to happen. However, it did help me in some regard. It showed me truly, wholeheartedly, a lot of you are incredibly stupid. I really hate to say it. I really hate to say it. But how? I understand you might be concerned, but his explanation for me losing my legs in a car accident was that my ponytail got stuck in the door and my dad drove off. First of all, if my ponytail gets stuck anywhere, I'm probably going to yell and tell someone to let me go, or open the door myself in that regard. I'm pretty sure my dad would notice that. Or if he started moving, I would scream, and again, he would notice that. Second of all, my hair is going to be pulled out well before my legs get ripped off. Do you guys even think? Really? Really? I really don't want to call you guys idiots, because I don't think most of you are, but you sure as hell act like it sometimes. And I really wish you guys would just think about things before you assume that what someone's telling you is true, especially when it's fucking just keep that in mind. The dude does rants on bird shit and trees. How the fuck can you take a man like that, his words seriously, ever? Maybe he could have been serious, but his explanation and the fact that he was playing the Marshall Tucker Band over the message tells otherwise. A lot of you actually were very, that doesn't make a lot of sense. Could you clarify that more? You know, you were skeptical of it. A lot of you didn't believe it at all, which is good. I like skepticism, and I like the fact that you don't take everything that's said seriously, but most of you thought he was telling the truth. How? The other anomaly, well, I expected trolls to occur. Oh, by the way, Not Darkness, that account, that was me. That was that was me trolling myself. There was Darkna55 the Curse, which again, as a troll account that I expected mainly because I kind of was sort of behind that too in some way. I won't tell you who made that account. It wasn't just, keep that in mind though. And there was also Darkness Thy Curse. Darkness Thy Curse was the other anomaly. Because what he did, it turns out he's actually one of my fans. And he made the account to prove a point again, that my fan base was acting stupid when it came to me being gone. His point was that you can't go around, it doesn't make any sense that I would choose a username that was that obvious like that. But Darkness Thy Curse made a point that if I was going to close my account, I was obviously closing to avoid you, and if I wanted to avoid people, I wouldn't call my new account anything remotely close to Darkness the Curse, which is why my new account is called The Sane Revelation, which is something completely new. Yeah, that was the other anomaly. So what I can gather from this is most of you really need to start thinking. I do feel that I owe you all an apology for worrying a lot of you as to what happened, and I really did this more as a trolling exercise and a prank, as well as the experiment part of it. But most of it was just me being incredibly bored at college one morning. I'm like, I wonder what would happen if I closed my account. So I did. But there's one more thing I really would like to clarify before I... Oh, wait, no, two more things. A lot of you noticed that guys like Helsing and Random DC and Lily Livers posted comments and bulletins where they basically said, I'm glad that gone, that emo son of a bitch, what a faggot he was. God, I'm glad he's good. I told him to do that. That was my doing as well, so don't take anything they said negatively towards me during this time seriously, because they were doing it on purpose, again, as part of the exercise. But the last thing I want to clarify is, during the last, again, about 34 hours or so, 90% of you have been flipping out. I've thrown a huge chunk of the reviewing/ranting fan base on YouTube into a frenzy of panic and confusion, all because I clicked my mouse button twice. I clicked it once to hit the delete account button, and I clicked it the second time to confirm it. With that act, I threw you all into an insane tangent. That's a problem. I shouldn't be able to do that, and I shouldn't have that kind of power over you all. I really shouldn't. Again, I understand the concern, but the panic is something that I really wish could be fixed. And I might do this again sometime, just to see if anything's changed in the future. But, yeah. So, that's all I really gotta say. I'm gonna be re-uploading my stuff on this channel, just so you know. Don't worry about that. I'm not gonna just, you know, say screw all my old videos. I will re-upload some stuff. And you will expect new videos from me. I'm still working on my Sega CD review, so I haven't abandoned that. So, look forward to future stuff from this channel. That's all I really gotta say.